road, yeah, we'll need a road. Because it's about a mound about.
I've been putting a bigger in on this side.
It's got some out now, dog.
Yeah, it goes over there.
The LNER Peppercorn Class A2 number 60532 Blue Peter is no ordinary survivor of Britain's steam age. Built in 1948 as an express passenger locomotive, it has returned to the main line after years of painstaking overhaul, once again hauling heritage and excursion trains across the UK and reclaiming its place among the great names of steam. Constructed at Doncaster Works for British Railways, Blue Peter stands today as the sole surviving member of the Peppercorn A2 class. Designed by Arthur Peppercorn, the locomotive earned a place in the national imagination during the 1970s and beyond, propelled in part by the BBC children's television programme Blue Peter. With power enough to reach 100 miles per hour, it ranks among the most formidable express passenger engines ever to run on Britain's rails. One of the darkest chapters in the locomotive's story came in 1994, when 60532 Blue Peter suffered a catastrophic uncontrolled wheel slip while departing Durham Station. The driving wheels spun to 140 miles per hour, 225 kilometers per hour, blowing off the cylinder heads and wrecking the valve gear and motion, while the driver suffered serious injuries to his arms. The road back was anything but straightforward. After the devastating wheel slip incident of 1994 and years spent slipping in and out of service, the locomotive entered a monumental programme of overhaul under the care of the Royal Scot Locomotive and General Trust. Then, in late 2024, came the moment enthusiasts had waited years to witness. Blue Peter returned to steam and hauled its first mainline passenger service in more than 2 decades. Withdrawn from service in 1966 and secured for preservation 2 years later, Blue Peter refused to fade quietly into history. Its legend was renewed through a restoration campaign featured on the BBC television series Blue Peter, and the locomotive has since returned to the programme on several occasions, strengthening the bond between a famous engine and the generations who followed its story. Today, Blue Peter is primarily based at the LNER Heritage Facility in Crewe, England, where one of Britain's most celebrated steam locomotives continues its remarkable second act.